Okay, hi guys, my name is Shelby, and welcome to Voice for the Vanished. I'm sure you can read by the title, but this is going to be completely different than any other video I've done. I just became a true crime YouTuber, question mark. I mean, I make YouTube videos, so I guess I'm kind of a YouTuber. This year, and I absolutely love true crime. I listen and watch so much of it, and I just wanted to show some love and appreciation to some of my favorite creators on the platform of YouTube and podcast, so not really a certain platform. But I have so many, and I just wanted to put them somewhere to tell them how much I love them if they, come across this video. But I want everyone to know that this list is in no particular order. I could not bring myself to order them in a way of best to worst because they're just 10 of my favorite creators. I mean, I think I do have a top favorite, as some of you guys have told me by how I speak in my videos, but you'll see. I'm so excited to share this list with you guys, maybe introduce you guys to some creators, but I'm sure you've heard of most of these because they're pretty popular and deserve all the attention they have. And again, if I don't have your favorite true crime creator, please don't be offended. I am so freaking annoying. Since I was a kid, I was so particular about what I liked. I used to actually hate accents because I'm ADHD and my brain just takes so long to accept information that accents used to stress me out really bad because I couldn't understand them, and it would just frustrate me. But I've become more accepting of accents. I mean, I wasn't unaccepting. I just found it difficult to listen to accents, so I didn't as much. But I've been better about it, so I've been listening to more non-American true crime creators. So I think there's only one non-American on this list. I'm sorry. I've been trying to listen to more of them because I know there's a lot of incredible ones. It just is a process for me, okay? So I'm sorry about that, but without further ado, here are 10 of my favorite true crime creators. By the way, in the screen recordings of their channels, if you don't see a little subscribe button or not all the videos are watched, please know that I have two channels. I obviously have my true crime channel, and I have my other channel, my quote unquote main channel. That is the one I've been watching YouTube videos on for years. So I always switch between them. I never know which channel I'm on until I try and comment, and I'm like, oh shoot, maybe shouldn't comment on the channel I do videos on. But yeah, I just want to point that out, which is not that important, but I don't want anyone to think I'm not a true fan. Okay, let's get started. First off, I want to start off with someone who is a huge inspiration for me, and I just absolutely adored her videos, but she actually left the true crime community. She is Kaley Elise. I'm sure a bunch of you have heard of her. She is a huge creator in the community. She did a lot of videos called Dark Matters, which are just videos on dark matters. But my personal favorite videos of hers were called Nameless. She did videos on Jane Doe's, who obviously didn't have a name, and she wanted to bring their name back. She wanted to give them their name, have them be reclaimed. I just liked how important she made the Jane Doe videos and how much she did genuinely want to give them their names back. But as you can see, she did leave the true crime community a couple of months ago. But still, I go back to her old videos, even though I've seen most of them, rewatch them, because just the way she tells her story, everyone's story, is so important and full of knowledge. And you can tell she has a lot of heart. So if you guys haven't watched her videos, you can go back and watch them. But sadly, there's nothing new on that channel. But absolutely love her. Number 9, again, no particular order, just a list, is Stephanie Harlow. I love this girl so much. I hope you guys do too. She is again, a huge creator in the true crime community. She makes all types of true crime videos. A lot of her videos are coffee and crime. She does very long, in-depth videos, which I really like. It is so nice to sit down and, if you have the time to listen or watch a full movie basically of her explaining these cases, and I always do. She has a soothing voice. Her passion and love for children and innocent victims is so unmatched. Her hate for Chris Watts, I would say it's unmatched, but I'm pretty sure I'm right there with you, Stephanie. She's also so sweet. I've talked to her a few times on Twitter, and she just deserves the world, you guys. I literally love this girl so much. I remember clicking on her John Benet Ramsey video, thinking, I'll watch a couple minutes of this and then leave because it's very long. And I've heard the entire story a million times, and I know it inside and out, but I watched the entire thing. And another night, I clicked on the Tylenol video, curious of the entire story because I had heard of it. And I ended up watching again the entire video and its length. She can just keep me in the entire time, which is very rare. I mean, I'm sure you guys can all agree long videos are very hard to watch sometimes. But she just keeps me in, and I love the way she tells her stories, and she just deserves all the attention and more for her channel and her work. So I love Stephanie Harlow. Please subscribe to her if you guys haven't already. I absolutely adore her. Next up, we have My Favorite Murder, which is super popular, and rightfully so. If you're into true crime, but you don't want to get freaked out and you kind of want to talk about it lightheartedly and joke around about it in the most respectful way possible, of course, I would totally consider checking out My Favorite Murder. They are the best place to get true crime content, but in a what is the word? Tasteful fashion, and a way that's not going to freak you out, a way that you can watch it at night. I love them. I have not watched all their episodes, I'm going to be completely honest. I've watched or listened to, more than Spotify is showing, but they have 200 episodes, which is fantastic. I cannot believe that. That is so great, and congrats on that. But I'm kind of more into the serious content, but I love them. I binge it constantly. I always have some podcast, some form of true crime podcast or YouTuber on somewhere, and I like to put them on, every so often, but sometimes I do like the more serious content. So that's why they're not my absolute favorite, but they are absolutely fantastic. So I would definitely try checking them out if you want to get more into true crime, but you don't want to get super deep into it yet and you want to go into it slowly. Next up, we have Sarah Turney, who is the sister of Alyssa Turney. So if you haven't heard of them, you're probably living under a true crime rock. Alyssa Turney is a girl who is missing, and it is very believed that her father murdered her. Sarah is fighting for her sister and doing everything in her power to bring her justice. That is why she has the podcast, Voices for Justice. It is an incredible podcast telling not only Alyssa's story, but fighting for everyone. And it brings so much love into my heart for Sarah and her family, and Alyssa as well, and it will break your heart into a million pieces, but it's so worth listening to and watching. Sarah has a heart of gold, and she's doing everything she can, but she needs our help. So if you guys haven't already, please check Sarah Voices for Justice podcast out. You can listen to it on YouTube. It would mean the world to me. I absolutely adore this girl. My first non-American, this is Joshua Miles, and I love this kid. Trust me, it took me a very long time to be able to watch his content, which sounds so terrible. I don't know what it is about accents that just put me off. It's just it's the stress of understanding them. But he is absolutely lovely. I love his content and the way he shows his cases. He is so passionate and just he's so good at what he does, and he has a lot of heart, which is something I really take into account when I find YouTube channels. He makes so much true crime content. If you guys don't watch him, like, what are you doing? Stop being me. If you're scared of accents, literally don't let that put you off. He is fantastic, and also maybe the only true crime. Yeah, he's the only boy on this list as well. Congrats, Joshua. You really are a fighter for my list. But yes, I absolutely adore your content. I actually got a Christmas card from you. Oh, I'm gonna get it, and I'm very excited about that. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't to Joshua. Next up, we have the podcast Murderous Minors, Killer Kids. I more recently, found this podcast and I literally love it so much. I've binged every single episode. I don't know why Spotify likes to lie and say that I haven't listened to all of them. It's very frustrating, especially, I don't know if this happens to everyone, but I'll go to like unplayed episodes and it shows me episodes that I know I've watched or listened to because I can tell you the whole story verbatim. Verbatim? But, anyways, I love this girl. I have just fallen in love with her voice, the way she speaks, her passion, everything like that. It's just that's so important to me, and I know that's not the most important thing for everyone. And maybe it shouldn't be the most important thing for me, but how much they genuinely care and their voice and just their general energy that I get from their voice means so much to me, and she's just beautiful. The way she speaks is eloquent and I love her. So if you have not checked out Murderous Minors Killer Kids, please do. It is fantastic. Also, who doesn't want to hear about little kids who murder people? Seriously. And next up we have Kendall Rae, which again, I'm sure you guys have heard of. She is probably the most mainstream true crime YouTuber. She's kind of like a YouTuber and also does true crime. I would say she has almost 2 million subscribers, which is so fantastic and very well deserved. She's so beautiful and eloquent in the way she tells her stories and so in depth. It just, you know, all the information when she tells you, and I love the way she sorts her videos and the way she speaks, which, again, like I've said many times, is so important to me. And she is so passionate and cares so much about the people she's speaking about. It just bleeds through every single video, and I love her to death. She deserves every ounce of fame she's getting and more. So, obviously, if you haven't, by some miracle or nightmare, I guess, haven't checked out Kendall Rae, please do. She is amazing. Also, binging her is a lot of fun. She is, especially if you haven't watched her or you haven't watched her in a while. Sometimes I'll even try and not watch new videos just so I get like three, because binging her for some reason, it like hits different. She just like, it's like you're spending a day with her and it's the greatest thing ever. I don't know. I love that. But yeah, check out Kendall if you haven't already. Next, we have the Vanish podcast, which is so fantastic. I cannot speak highly enough of it. It is just, it's literal perfection. And if you are really, really into very professional podcast and just straight to the information, not a lot of chit chat, this is the way to go. She does missing person cases, and they are just so in depth and detailed, and they're lovely. And I know I haven't caught up on all her videos or on all her podcasts because they are quite long, and sometimes because they are so serious, they kind of get me they make me a little bit more nervous, not so lighthearted. But I've watched more than this Spotify is showing, but I'm sure you guys already have checked out the Vanish podcast if you are as obsessed with true crime and missing persons cases as I am. But Marissa does a fantastic job. I cannot say that enough. She really deserves all the recognition in the world. I hope, am I saying that right? Recognition in the world. But yeah, a lot of people think that that's where I got my name from. I mean, I don't know. I just couldn't think of a name for my channel, and Voice for the Vanished seemed a little bit better because I always wanted to do voiceovers and I only want it to be the voice. And I wanted to only really focus on missing person cases. And I was like, Voice for the Missing. And I was like, wait, we also say they vanished, so Voice for the Vanished. But I do absolutely adore the Vanished podcast. And if anyone wants to associate me with them, I mean, it's more offensive to them. It's an absolute honor to me. So she is fantastic. And if you haven't already, please check her out. Next, we have Crime Junkie. Come on, I know you guys have heard of Crime Junkie. I love them so much. I know some people may not like them, but maybe it's not your cup of tea. I completely understand that, as I'm so particular about the information I like to get. Also, I'm not sure why Spotify does this, but I also do know why Spotify does do the ones where it shows a little tick, is because I like to re-listen to podcasts, and sometimes I click on one and I'm like, I just listened to this yesterday for the 17th time. Let me go listen to another one. But I mean, come on. You guys have listened to Crime Junkie. I'm 90% sure if you are a true crime connoisseur. And again, I understand why people don't like them, and I understand why people aren't the biggest fans of them, but I also do understand why people are huge fans of them, and I am a huge fan of them, and I absolutely love them. Like, I adore them. Their content is fantastic, in my opinion. They go really in depth while still being human and speaking about it like they're humans, talking about other humans who have had horrible things happen to them, which I really appreciate. So, Britt and Ashley, I freaking love you. Literally sending you all my love in the entire world. If you guys ever saw this, I would probably beep my pants. Anyways, yes, please check them out if you haven't, but you probably have, so. Last but certainly not least, we have Danielle Holland. And like I said, I won't say who my absolute favorite is because I don't have one. But Danielle Holland, I literally love you so much. I would die for you. She has been probably my biggest inspiration of all for my channel. I love her content. I love her passion. I love the way she speaks, the way she sets up her videos, the way she exists. Her entire existence is absolute perfection to me. Again, I understand if she's not your favorite, maybe you don't even like her, that's completely fine. You don't have to like everyone. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like literally anyone. But she's my personal favorite for whatever reason, and I absolutely adore her videos. She just gets every single detail of these cases that are huge and puts in so much work and so much dedication to every single person and every single video she does. She is so insanely passionate and cares so much. It is so inspiring and so moving, and just it's inspired me completely to start my channel, and I can't thank her enough. I absolutely love Danielle Holland. If you're watching this, by some miracle, I literally can't, oh my god, gets nervous. I cannot thank you enough for inspiring me to start my own true crime missing person channel and just existing in my life because I rewatch your videos constantly. I love you so much. Thank you for making videos. So there you guys go. My top 10 absolute favorite true crime YouTubers or podcasters, content creators. Again, I'm not saying they're the best. I'm not saying they're better than anyone at all. They're just my personal favorites, and I wanted to thank them and show them to you guys as the year ends and it's my first Christmas slash, New Year as a YouTuber, quote unquote. I mean, I make YouTube videos, but I just want to thank them all for being huge inspirations, every single one of them, for me starting my channel and being able to have the courage, because it's scary. It's scary to put yourself out there and do these videos and then have people judge your videos. But it's so worth it to work on these cases and to be able to talk to these families who have missing kids and missing adults and missing loved ones who thank you for even just saying their name. I love what I do, and I'm not going to stop doing it anytime soon. Thanks to these 10 creators. I love them to death. Or more creators, because some of them are 2 people. But thank you guys for watching, and if you want to share it to maybe people who want to get into true crime and want to watch and listen to more creators, please do. If you want to share it to these creators to maybe have them see it, I would love that. I would maybe die, but I love them to the end of the earth and back, so yeah. And if you guys are into true crime, missing person cases in particular, please check out my channel. Every single case is so, so important, and it would mean the world to me. And if you could, please subscribe. It is a really easy and free way to help me out, and it would mean the world to me because I want to make these videos forever, and I can do that if you guys subscribe. Please do, and I'll see you guys in the next video. It will be maybe not for a couple days just because of Christmas and then my birthday, but I'm going to try and get one out before the new year. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching.